So I came to realize this is Black Light, and we're continuing on the title of this action speaks louder than words, and uh, this is Cyberspace Ministry of the Aboriginal Universal Supreme Conscious Council of the Elders. And you know, all these brothers that have a channel, YouTube channel, I'm speaking to you as well. Uh, you know, I was in the entertainment business, and you get groupies, you get followers, and they are fascinated with your talent and have stars in their eyes, and some of them want to be in the music business too. But when I peeped how the music business was, I didn't have no desire to make it, like the other brothers and sisters was making it. So I started trying to make my own records and my own company and my own production company. And you need a lot of money to do, something like that. And I didn't want to hustle no more. So I didn't want to sling dope. It took a long time for me to get out that frame of mind, but I got out of it and got me a 9 to 5. But then I got into broadcasting, and I knew I had a black conscious format that I wanted to present, and I knew I couldn't go to conventional television like channel Fox 2 and channel 4 and channel 7. And so, but to my luck, it was a brother who had a black man who was starting up his own TV and radio station. His name was R.J. Watkins, and when he was starting it up, he had a workshop in there where you can learn camera work and broadcasting techniques and whatever. It was for 13 weeks, and I passed the 13 weeks. And I asked him, would he give me an extension? And I had a crew. I named the Flavor Squad, and my name was Flav Supreme, my radio name. And I was making music too, and my stage name was Professor Soul School Phenomenal. And I had a record out called Determination, and I would play my own record on my show, play Minister Farrakhan, play the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, play Marcus Garvey. I had a old recording of Marcus Garvey. It used to be this brother. He used to have tapes, conscious tapes. He had old recordings, and I would play it on my. We would meet up at a brother had a restaurant named Anockington's, and we would meet up. He would be selling tapes out of there, and we used to give a whole lot of black conscious programs at Anockington. We had poetry night, and everything at Anockington's, and brothers from all over would come, and conscious brothers, and speak their piece and do their thing here at Knockington. And then I would be on the radio, when all this was happening. And Knockington's had a health food department in his restaurant. And so this was back in the 80s. And then early 90s. And I also was attending Wayne County Community College, and I would give programs at Wayne County Community College. And I would have different black conscious groups there, like the New Path, the Garvey movement, what was the name of them? The Garvey movement, and the the new Black Panthers, other groups, you know, and rap groups, you know. And this was back in the late 80s and the early 90s. And so I did a lot of things, you know, in regards to Black conscious. We had a hip hop summit at the March #1. I got that on tape that I coordinated and organized, and got the hip hop community involved. And this was right after the Million Man March. And I went to the Million Man March, and I also was working on Barton Cablevision with a brother named David Rambo. He had For My People on David, and I was in a program called the Lamu Productions with David Rambo and Ron Scott and some more brothers, you know. So when I seen Sonetta TV, you know, I took a liking to it right away. But when he started giving those debates, I was skeptical of that, because it was like what we used to do here, you know, in Detroit. We used to get high, though. We used to be on the corner debating science, you know, sciencing up on everything. And sometimes it ended up in brawls, you know, in fights, you know. And sometimes we'd be in the barbershop and brothers be, you know, sciencing up on stuff and debating, you know, not sports, you know, all the time, but, you know, different philosophies and different, just like y'all doing now, you know. But it wasn't no Hebrew Israelites. I don't remember that. You know, we didn't have that. But we had the Panthers. We had, you know, what's happening now, you know. So y'all brothers now, you know, y'all warring against each other, though. You know, and this is what I want to address, you know, because, you know, it's not productive. Those brothers back then, they had plenty of black businesses. You know, it still has some few black businesses left. Brothers had owned gas stations. Brothers, you know, all brothers owned barbershops, you know, that's been around. But they had other businesses. But now, you look in our community, I don't know about New York, but here in Detroit, you don't see nothing but Chaldeans, Koreans, and Caucasians, and Chinese, you know, owning businesses now, where once we used to own them. They took over the gas stations. They took over the cell phones, you know, which I call them now smartphones. So they took over the grocery stores. They took over the corner store, you know, mom and pop store. The only thing they ain't took over is the barbershop and the churches, you know, and the hair salons. They didn't took over, I think they took over the clubs, you know. I think they took that over too, especially them clubs where you got dancers and stuff in. Y'all brothers, man, y'all just over here rapping, and the people come and pay to see y'all debate, and Y'all not putting nothing back. Y'all ain't made no buildings. We got a street. All the streets in Detroit are named after. You got one named after Elijah Muhammad Boulevard. And y'all brothers is coming against Elijah. You're talking about the Nation of Islam destroyed. Nation of Islam never was destroyed. Never was destroyed. It wasn't growing like it once was at a rapid rate, but it never was destroyed. And Malcolm, I heard a brother say Malcolm brought the Nation of Islam down. No, Malcolm didn't do nothing. When Elijah Muhammad transcended, that's when the nation and Wallace took over. That's when it stopped growing, you know. And Wallace dispersed of him and his crew, dispersed of all the institutions almost, you know. And he changed the name and went to another level, but it never did dissipate altogether. So y'all brothers, you know, come up against some of the teachings, and I heard Polite come up against the teachings, you know, of it, and some of you other brothers come up against the teachings. And I don't know if the Satan got to you, you know, or what, but now you got all these hits, and you know, I know I don't have that many hits, but I'm not trying to get no hits speaking on this. I'm trying to get some of your viewers to just stop and think about what you're doing, especially the ones that want to be conscious, you know. You got to see not just what they say, but what they doing, you know, what they putting back into the community. Elijah Muhammad had banks, schools, he had it was a $1 million institution, you know, when he passed away, you know, when he transcended, put it like that. And so the brothers is building it back up. Now, he had farms, you know, and so it never did. So don't let these brothers, you know, mess with you on that level. You know, you don't have to be a FOI, but we do need unity in our community. And watch what these brothers do. If they put back into the neighborhoods, then you can say they for real. Let them build something, a school. Now, Boy Mastermind Allah, he on the right path. I give him thumbs up. So we're going to cut this one loose right now. Come back with one more, a couple of more, and on this, action speaks louder than words. This is part 2. Black Light out.